Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 2018 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're still kind of getting used to this sand team that I've been playing with for the last two episodes. Once again, thank you guys so much for all the support that you've shown for the last two episodes. It's really awesome to come back and do this series for a lot of, it seems like, some new fans and a lot of people who maybe haven't watched VGC in a while. So I'm really excited to be back, and as always, if you guys enjoyed this series, please share your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. We're going to find a Japanese opponent to kick off today's first game, running a very standard team. Like, this is probably one of the compositions that you guys should expect to see going into this upcoming format. And it is basically like an updated version of... I guess this one isn't exactly chalk because there's no Cresselia or Heatran actually, or Amoonguss. But the Kangaskhan, the Landorus, the Aegislash, those are all kind of staples. Feeny is often now seen on these Kangaskhan teams. Zapdos as a way to control the speed as well, and Volcarona is often kind of put there as the last one just for fire type coverage. And so you'll see different versions of this where there might be a Heatran over the Volcarona, a Cresselia over the Zapdos, some stuff like that. But in general, these are definitely some of the best Pokemon in the format. So let's see how I want to approach this. In terms of weather, I'll be able to set up the weather and kind of get it up for the entirety of the game. Aegislash is still a Pokemon that I'm learning to deal with, and so that's going to be a challenge for sure. I could just go with my lead of Tyranitar Excadrill. I think my opponent might want to lead with like Kangaskhan Landorus, Kangaskhan Zapdos. So I'm not sure I really like... yeah, I mean, to counteract that, I feel like Rotom Salamence is pretty good because I can potentially burn things. And I could just go T-Tar Excadrill as my last two. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough justifying bringing Bulu in a lot of matchups, and Aegislash would be pretty nice here. But the Volcarona, the Landorus, it's just like I never know how fast my opponent's Aegislash is, and so I'm like less inclined to bring it. I don't know. I feel like Aegislash on my team would be really good for best of 3, but in best of 1 it's a lot trickier. Just because... like, in best of 3, I would probably bring Aegislash just to figure out how fast mine is relative to my opponents and then go from there. But in best of 1, it's like, if you get outsped, then that could be a problem. Although, maybe that's just me not having played with Aegislash in a while, because, like, when I think about it, it's like, even if my opponent's faster, that's not really a problem, because you should be able to survive a Shadow Ball in shield form. Although you have to worry about the, Z moves, obviously. So it is Kangaskhan Landorus. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't want to lead with my Sand combination because Kang Landorus seemed like a very safe option for my opponent's end. So I get the Intimidate off first, which means Landorus is not Scarfed, so that's always good to confirm. This is definitely an ideal lead matchup for me in the sense that I get an Intimidate on both physical type attackers, and Rotom threatens with Will-O-Wisp. Landorus is in kind of an awkward position. So now if you're my opponent, you gotta ask, who do I want to fake out? Do I want to switch out? Burning things might not be as easy as I'd like. If I'm my opponent, I U-turn Landorus or switch out into Feeny if I brought it and fake out the Salamence. So I kind of want to go for a Super Sick Read and Thunderbolt Landorus. Like, I'm really inclined to do it. I think I'm actually going to go for it. I'm going to Thunderbolt Landorus, expecting Feeny to come in. Because even if I don't get it off, it's not like the worst case scenario, and I'm going to Tailwind here. That might seem like an overly aggressive read, but I just can't see Landorus staying in and just switch out. Feeny? That's Aegislash. Okay. So, that's not the best, but I'll at least either get one of Tailwind or just some free chip damage off against Aegislash, which are nice. But, yeah, I probably might edit this team so I have a better Aegislash answer, or just make my Aegislash, like, max speed. That'd actually be kind of cool. Turbo Slash. That was kind of used back in 2015, actually. Like how much speed investment people would have in their Aegislash. It was always, like, really interesting to see that. So yeah, I thought Feeny would come in to prevent the Will-O-Wisp on Kangaskhan, but maybe my opponent didn't even bring Feeny. Kangaskhan does go for a fake out. It is going to target down the Rotom. Okay, so basically I'll get Tailwind up, which is still pretty good for me. Aegislash is obviously a concern though, especially with the threat of a Z move. I do have to worry about that. I could Thunderbolt... actually, like Will-O-Wisp Double Edge Kangaskhan seems pretty safe. Yeah, I'll go for that. If Feeny comes in, that's fine. I'm running into the same problem as yesterday, though, where it's like Aegislash is in against Rotom Salamence, and I don't have a great matchup against Aegislash when I have these two out. Mainly need to rely on Tyranitar and Excadrill. Yeah, I think having a special Fire-type attack user to replace maybe Bulu or my Aegislash would be a good, addition. Kangaskhan to switch out, so let's see if it's Feeny coming in. Nope, it's just Landorus. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Yeah, the double edge won't do much, but burning Landers is always nice, and Aegis Slash most likely will go into Blade form. Could go for a substitute, which is something I haven't run into yet, but it's definitely something you should expect on Aegis Slashes, and we saw that a lot back in 2015. Double edge still does a decent amount. Hopefully I don't miss the Will-O-Wisp. Of course I missed the Will-O-Wisp. And Aegis Slash is going for an attack, but it's not going to be a Z move. Could be a HP Ice though. Yeah. That's not fun. Okay. Okay. And it's Life Orb too. I'll bring in Excadrill. Yeah. Maybe I should have just Hydro Pumped, because Hydro Pump would have knocked it out. But it wouldn't have knocked out Kangaskhan, which is why I didn't want to go for it in the off chance Kangaskhan stayed in. I think Aegis Slash, like, here surely King Shields. So, basically, I want to aggressively target down something. Who do I think my opponent's last Pokemon is? I could Thunderbolt Ironhead Landorus. That seems like a pretty good play. Yeah, I actually really like that. I'm going to go for it. Thunderbolt and Ironhead. Because I'm pretty sure Ironhead should knock out if Landorus stays in, and if it switches out. This covers pretty much everything that my opponent could switch out into. So, obviously, it's not fun losing Salamence to the Life Orb, but at least I know Aegis Slash isn't Z-moved, which is good. So I shouldn't be able to one-shot either of my Pokemon right now. Oh wow, Landorus stays in, interesting. But it's not protecting. Is it Scarfed then? And is it faster than me? Oh, I'll get the Iron Head off, so let's see if this knocks out. I really hope so. Okay, nice. So that's good. I get the knockout onto Landorus. That knockout Landorus is actually really good for me, given what my opponent potentially has, or given that I've got Tyranitar and Excadrill. And now I can drill run into the Aegis Slash slot without worrying much. If Kangaskhan comes back in, then I can burn the Kangaskhan with a Will-O-Wisp. So that ends up working out okay. I thought Landorus would definitely want to switch out there, but the only upside I could have gotten... Ooh, is Volcarona comes in. Okay. That makes this interesting. I mean, I could just Hydro Pump Volcarona and drill run Aegis Slash. But that's at the risk of Volcarona getting, like, a Quiver Dance off. I could Iron... Like, I just really want to knock out Aegis Slash, because if I do, I have an easier time with my... Do I even have an easier time? I could, like, Iron Head and... But you would think... So the question is, does Volcarona want to protect right now, right? And does Aegis Slash Wide Guard? Like, Drill Running and Hydro Pumping is probably my safest option, but then I probably lose Excadrill. But then I get Kangen. Hydro Pump might just knock out Volcarona too. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna Drill Run and Hydro Pump. It's the last turn of Tailwind, I believe. Nice! Okay, cool. I could have doubled up onto Volcarona there, but hopefully I don't miss. Okay, good. So that should get the knockout onto Aegis Slash. Yes. So now that Aegis Slash is gone, my opponent doesn't have Wide Guard presence, which means Tyranitar can just click Rock Slide. If Hydro Pump doesn't knock out Volcarona outright. If this knocks out outright, obviously I just win the game. Ah, so close. Whoa, it's buried Volcarona. 50% berry? Huh, I did not expect that. Heat Wave? Ooh, Quiver Dance! That makes this really interesting. I actually don't mind the Quiver Dance, I think. Because I've got Tyranitar in the back, so Excadrill actually manages to survive the turn. So the other play I was considering was like Iron Head Hydro Pumping Volcarona, but then the downside there is that Volcarona protects and Kangaskhan switches in. So now Hydro Pump won't knock out the Volk. Actually, it'll be close. I mean, you probably just fake out Rotom here and Heat Wave, right? I think I'm going to play it safe here. This is kind of risky, actually. Because you could, like, low-kick the Excadrill slot. So maybe I don't protect Rotom. Yeah, I think that's the play. I don't protect Rotom. I'll Will-O-Wisp Kangaskhan, and I'll switch out into Tyranitar. And what this is saying is, okay, if your Kangaskhan is basically forced to fake out Rotom. If you don't fake me out, then I'm going to get a Will-O-Wisp off. If you do fake me out, then you won't be able to knock out my Tyranitar, which is coming in. And I do have Superpower as well, which does around like 80 to 90% to Kangaskhan. So if I get the Superpower off, then both will be in Rock Slide KO range from Excadrill, and Excadrill should be faster at Volcarona despite it being at +1. Getting rid of the berry was nice too. It would have been nice to get the guaranteed knockout, but I still in an okay position. We do see the fake out come out, okay? So that's fine. because that means Tyranitar is not going down, and that's actually probably better for me as we see the Flamethrower as well. Yeah, as long as I don't get burned here. Please no burn. Okay. Although, I could faint to a Bug Buzz now. That is a scary thing. Rotom's Berry doesn't proc either, which is kind of unfortunate. You probably just return here. I might survive a low kick, though, given that I've got a lot of HP investment. I think I'm going to protect Rotom this turn. I feel like I should survive a +1 Bug Buzz, but I don't really have HP investment, so maybe not. The other question is, how much does a return or a double edge on, like, will that knock me out in the first hit? I'm pretty close. I think I'd rather just guarantee get my berry up. So I'm going to protect, and I'm going to go for the superpower. Because there is a chance that Volcarona protects here. A small chance. And if it does, then I would win the game. But nope, it doesn't. So let's see if it's Giga Drain, Bug Buzz. It's got to be one of the two. Yeah, it's Giga Drain, actually. Whoa, it targets the Rotom. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so now Kangaskhan will faint from the sand after next turn. I could have Rock Slided there, but the reason why I didn't was because I don't have a way to nuke the Kangaskhan with Excadrill. Now with sand up, unless my opponent has like Sunny Day for some reason. I mean, it comes down to whether I hit an attack with Excadrill to close out the game, I think. Oh, Kangaskhan actually just faints outright. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure there. Nice. That's perfect. So, not only does my berry get proc... Yeah, okay, so what I was worried was... I figured I could survive a Giga Drain definitely from +1 Volcarona, but I wasn't sure about a Bug Buzz, because Bug Buzz, of course, gets the same type attack bonus. So that was what I was concerned about. But now it's a 2-on-1, and we know it's Flamethrower or Giga Drain, so there's no Heat Wave. So my opponent needs to hope that I miss both attacks here, basically. So I'm going to Hydro Pump, and I think they're the same accuracy. They should be... Oh, no, Jorun's higher. It's 95. I thought Jorun was 90. Okay, then I definitely go for the Jorun. Maybe I should have Iron Headed instead, but, I mean, yeah, my opponent could try to stall out the sand right now, too. It's the other thing. But I still think I have 2 or 3 turns. Should be 2 turns, actually. Yeah, so might as well if you're my opponent. Like, that's the only thing you can really play for. So, yeah, I was kind of surprised to not see the Giga Drain into T-Tar, but that also makes sense. That's also why I wanted to protect the Rotom. Yeah, there's still 2 more turns of sand. I actually don't want to Iron Head because that would allow Volcarona to potentially get a Giga Drain off, and then I'd actually just lose. So, yeah, because of the Giga Drain threat and the ability to recover, I think I just have to go for an attack like in one-shot the Volcarona. Wow, it's still faster! Okay, I did not expect that. And I get crit. Wow, maybe I should have Rock Slided then. I don't know if Drill Run knocks out. No way. Please. Whew! Okay. I was like fairly sure Drill Run should knock out, but I wasn't entirely sure, and if I didn't, I would have been really sad. Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too shocked that it outspeed Excadrill, because I have way less speed investment than... I think it's only like 68 speed EVs or something like that, and the idea is because if you have Sandstorm up, you outspeed everything regularly, but given that Volcarona is at +1, yeah, I should have actually remembered that, that I had less investment in speed there, so that was scary, that was a close call, and had I missed Drill Run, then I actually would have just lost the game, but once again, that's why I clicked Drill Run instead of Rock Slide, just because the accuracy was higher, and I figured both would knock out. I actually don't think the Giga Drain knocks Rotom out if you don't get the crit there, just because I have a ton of special defense investment, and you know, Volcarona, when you're running Quiver Dance, like, especially with the berry, you typically want some bulk in it, and some speed as well, to guarantee to outspeed things. So, yeah, that would have been close. I'm curious about that. And the crit made it a lot scarier, but fortunately, Jorun did connect, and it did get the knockout. And, I mean, it's Adamant Life Orb Excadrill, so it's able to pick up a lot of knockouts and get a lot of damage off. But that was definitely scary. Could have been a lot worse. So, we do end up with the win there, and I think part of it was my opponent just giving up Landorus, as we face Marcus from Michigan. I don't think this is Marcus' stature, unfortunately. With another team very similar to the last one. And like I said, you know, you should expect to see a lot of these with the Cresselia, with the Heatran over. So, kind of making me, you know, kind of backing up what I was talking about earlier. So, it's interesting to see the new Ultra Beast, like, be on this course so often, though. That's definitely intriguing to me. Maybe I do want to bring Aegislash into this one. Ugh. Bulu, once again, definitely not. Like, I feel like I've played against this core I mean, I haven't played that much VGC 18, but in the games I have played, I feel like I've faced this core a decent amount, but I still don't really know how I'd like to approach it. Like, what the best way to approach it is. I mean, Solomon's Rotom, it's just not Naganadel. You guys taught me how to pronounce it in the first episode, and I think I talked about it in yesterday's episode too, but I still need to double check on that. But I don't know. This really feels like one of those games where it's like the leads are so freaking important. I could either just go with Sand immediately, which I'm tempted to. I really want Aegislash because there's a Cresselia as well. You know what? I'm going to lead Aegislash. What the heck? Why not? Solomon's Aegislash. Let's go for it. Rotom and... I feel like Excadrill. Like, I kind of need Excadrill. But now I'm not bringing Tyranitar, which I really don't like. Alright. That probably wasn't the optimal decision, but whatever. Let's try to learn a thing or two. I've mentioned this before in my battle videos, but I think sometimes it's actually good to try out combinations that you're not as comfortable with, just to learn from, and like, to be able to win games, even when you end up not bringing the most optimal set of Pokemon, because sometimes that happens in tournaments, right? Like, in a best of 3, your opponent will outchoose what Pokemon you bring. King Crest, though, coming out for me, for my opponent, so that's actually really good for me, in the sense that Aegislash right now is in a very nice position. Could be Scrappy Kang, go for the fake out on Aegislash, but regardless, I get the Intimidate onto Kang, which is nice. I'm probably just going to Z-move Cresselia. Yeah, nothing can take it. And I'm going to switch Mence out. I think that's probably the safest course of action. Let's go for the Z-move. Do I even need a Z-move, honestly? Like, what is Cresselia threatening me with? Like, I don't really need to knock it out. Yeah, you know what? Let's not Z-move it. I want to save it for the Ultra Beast if my opponent did bring it. I'm going to switch into Rotom here. Because now I pressure with Will-O-Wisp, and if Heatran or Landorus come in, I can cover both of those as well. So yeah, I'm actually not going to go for the knockout onto Cress. It is Scrappy Kangaskhan. Interesting. And Icy Wind. Okay, take that. That's fine with me. That's perfectly fine. I do have to wonder now, though. I think I might want to Z-move this turn just because I'd like to get rid of Crest now for Salamence. So I'm going to Z-move. I want a Will-O-Wisp Kangaskhan, but I think I might switch out into Heatran. You know what? I'm actually just going to Hydro Pump it. I either get a lot of free damage off, or not free damage, but I get damage off, or it switches into like a Landorus or a Heatran, which would be really good for me. Either way, Aegislash, leading Aegislash actually ended up working out alright for me, so I'm happy about that decision at least. I just don't want to Will-O-Wisp and give Heatran a Flash Fire boost, because Heatran is actually pretty solid against my comp. Especially if his, like, the thing about Heatran you always have to worry about is whether it has a Z move or not, because with Solar Beam you can run Grassium Z and just one-shot Rotom, which is very sad. It's actually Cresselia switching out into Feeny. Okay. Okay, that's actually a really good play, so I actually should have even remembered that when I considered Will-O-Wisping. But I'm okay with that. Like, this Z move does a ton of damage. Kangaskhan's still intimidated. You know, obviously it doesn't have Power Up Punch, so it's not going to be able to do too much to either of my Pokemon. And I'll get basically a lot of damage onto my opponent's side with the Z move and with the Hydro Pump. And it's just a double edge coming out from Kang. Okay, that's fine. Wow, that still did a lot of damage. Kangaskhan's still so strong. Jeez. Okay, that is scary. Definitely scary. But I think Hydro Pump should put it under 50%. Enough that maybe a Flash Cannon can knock it. Wow, that must have been a crit. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, what the heck? So I'm glad I did not Will-O-Wisp. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about Z-moving here, just because having the Z-move for Cresselia would be nice to one-shot it, but I'm going to have to be sure to conserve Aegislash for the remainder of the game, because Aegislash wins 1v1 against Cresselia, but my opponent surely is going to have something that threatens Aegislash like Heatran or Landorus. If it is the Ultra Beast, then that's actually better for me. This should not knock out Feeny, but I would expect it to do around, you know, like 60-70% or so. I have max special attack, modest. But Feeny is very specially defensive. Yeah, right around the money there. Right around 70%. Okay, cool. No recovery item either. I wonder if it's like the Pinch Berry. It looks really close. I'm going to King Shield here, obviously. Rotom has lost his berry. Ooh, this is kind of tricky. I don't know who to switch into. Because I totally could get... maybe I'll just double protect this turn, actually. Yeah, I like that more. I'll King Shield and protect. Actually, if Kangaskhan goes for a double edge, it'll knock itself out. Probably. Yeah. And I think Rotom can actually survive. the double edge as well. But I'm just double protecting this turn, so I get the Aegislash back in defense form or shield form. So I'm feeling like Yu-Gi-Oh right now, defense form. Yeah, so this way I don't have to worry about Sucker Punch or a Feeny with Shadow Ball. I saw that on Battle Spot the other day. There's a Sucker Punch, yep. And Haze. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually, yeah, so you get rid of the Intimidate. So I wanted to switch in Immense there, but I opted not to. Ended up working out nicely. But can't feel too sad about that one. So should try to knock out Feeny right now, yeah. So I'm gonna Shadow Ball. And just Thunderbolt, I guess. The King, yeah. Could maybe get a double knockout here, potentially. If you're my opponent, you probably want to commit and knock out the Rotom. I'm okay trading Rotom for Feeny, though, because that means Salamence gets to come in. And Kangaskhan has Double Edge as its main means of offense, so if you're Double Edging, you're obviously going to take recoil damage, and that adds up. So that crit was obviously helpful for me, and I was quite fortunate. But Kangaskhan actually switches out into Heatran. Okay. I'm okay with this. I should get free damage off. I'm still faster. Yeah, even though I'm Icy Winded. Oh, interesting. Rotom is outperforming expectations today, as it gets a critical hit on the Heatran. Moonblast shouldn't knock me out. It does get a special attack drop, but that's fine. And I should knock out Feeny, which is the most important part. So, this is still going pretty well for me. I do have to be careful. I am up 4-3. I mean, this should knock out Feeny, yeah. But Heatran is a pretty big offensive threat, obviously. This is where I kind of wish I had Tyranitar instead. Yeah, I wasn't sure about T-Tar or Excadrill. I ended up bringing Excadrill for the fear of the Naganadel, Poison Dragon, Ultra Beast. But it didn't end up coming. I don't know, it's interesting. I feel like most players opt not to bring it, but then when I, like my first game ever in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I played just off screen for fun, and they had like a crazy cool variant with like Tailwind, Snarl, and that was really scary. Alright, but it's Cresselia coming back in. Okay. That's probably the better Pokemon to bring in. King Shield. But what do I do with Rotom? Do I just sack it? I think I just let it go. Hail Mary, Hydro Pump. Because if Heatran isn't like Z-moved, then maybe, and Cresselia's still slower, then Hydro Pump just knocks out Heatran. I don't want to switch out because I think Salamence is really important. And I don't want it to get Icy Winded. And the reason why Salamence I think is important is because with Salamence I could potentially get a Tailwind up, and Tailwind's important. But I'm just worried because I don't know Cresselia's full moveset. If it has Trick Room, that could be a problem for me. Oh, Heatran protects. Okay. I'll take that. I mean, it's dependent on what Cresselia does, honestly. You're not going to Trick Room. You probably just Icy Wind again. That's what I would do. I think that would be the best play for my opponent. And I still am faster. Huh. My opponent actually Trick Rooms. What? How slow is this Heatran? I'm -1. Wait, I'm not Icy Winded. Why did I think I was Icy Winded? This entire time. It was so funny. The first episode I thought I was Icy Winded. This time around I wasn't Icy Winded. Okay, that's really interesting. I mean, I feel like Rotom should still be faster. I don't know how fast the Heatran is. That's the concern. I'm worried about a Z move. So maybe I actually have to switch out an Immense here. Because I no longer have to try to set up Tailwind. If I eliminate Heatran, then I win the game with Aegislash. But right now, I don't know. I think Heatran might have a Z move. So I'm going to try to bait out the Z move right now. Ideally, like Psychic into Rotom. Or ideally, Icy Wind comes out, I survive, and I just Hydro Pump Heatran. But I don't know how fast this Heatran is, and that's the main issue right now. Whoa. Okay. That's really cool. So am I faster or slower? So Heatran... Oh, Rotom avoids it. That's unfortunate for my opponent. Man, that does so much. Okay, crit. Do hit the Hydro Pump. I feel bad, obviously, about missing or the dodge. It's just like, is this Heatran like min speed then? The fact that it went for a Heat Wave too means I could Wide Guard potentially in the upcoming turns. This is really close. Do I want to double protect this turn? Maybe I sack Salamence. I think I might actually sack Salamence here. Yeah. I just don't know how fast. I feel like Aegislash should underspeed it, but I don't know. I could wide guard, but it could Z move me. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna sack Solomon's Mega Evolve. Just try to double edge, I guess. And I'll protect. Wow, Trick Room Sunny Day. This just got so much more interesting. I should have. I don't have much speed investment on Aegislash, but I'm also not quiet, which is the main problem. Sunny Day Heat Wave too. That's cool. Or do you just see an Icy Wind come out? That should have knocked out Vents, right? Let's see. No, it doesn't. I want to scout out for Heatran's move, that's why. It just Heat Waves again. Okay. So the thing is like I have Aegislash and I have Wide Guard. So do I just Wide Guard? I don't even think a T-Bolt knocks out Heatran. Like, I think my opponent might be Z-moved Heatran. But I don't know, that turn... I think I'm going to go for the Wide Guard. I haven't revealed it yet. I'll Wide Guard and Thunderbolt. Jeez, this game is nuts. Yeah, I mean, this is a testament to how strong Cresselia Heatran is. Oh, there's a Helping Hand. Oh, boy. What is it going for? Please be Heat Wave. Flash Cannon. That did so little damage. But I don't knock out Heatran. How many turns of Tailwind or Trick Room? This is the last turn of Trick Room, though. Oh my god, this game is nuts. Flash just... Where's the Z move? I can't King Shield guaranteed here either. Oh my gosh. I feel like if you get the Z move, you definitely go for it. I'm just going to Wide Guard again. And Thunderbolt. That's a mistake. I don't like that play. Oh, what? Huh. Protect. Okay. So now Rotom is just faster than Heatran, so I can just Thunderbolt Heatran's Shadow Ball. My opponent's also really running out of... Oh, man, I'm running out of time as well. Okay, yeah, I'm going to Shadow Ball Cress. And just Thunderbolt. Because Rotom's the fastest Pokemon on the field now. This game is nuts! I definitely got lucky, though. I got the crit on Kang and the dodge from Heat Wave. Wait, Rotom's faster, isn't it? Okay, that's what I thought. That play doesn't make much sense to me. I feel like Heatran's the win con here, because now I win with Aegislash, or I should win with Aegislash. But maybe my opponent's just running out of time, too, because we are playing... Or maybe my opponent forgot that I did not get Icy Winded. That could explain some as well. Alright, Sunlight fades. Timer's running out. This is like speed Pokemon now. We're both like just have 30 seconds to make our moves. So Kangaskhan comes in. It's really low. I think I will just King Shield and Protect here. Yes. Because that blocks any Fake Outs. It blocks Sucker Punch. I definitely want to be in Shield form. And a Helping Hand Sucker Punch might knock Aegislash out, but then Thunderbolt would knock out Kangaskhan, and then Rotom plus Excadrill will knock out Cresselia. So I think I have this game won. I'm fairly sure. But who knows? Let's see. It's just nice not having to worry about Power Up Punch anymore, though. My opponent's got to make his move fast, and like he's going to run out of time at this rate. Oh, come on, Marcus. I believe in you. Okay, yep, there's Helping Hand. So yeah, it doesn't matter what it does here. I'm just protecting both of my Pokemon. And it's safest to double protect here because it's not like a Trick Room on Cresselia would really change anything. Sunny Day wouldn't change anything. Icy Wind wouldn't change anything. The worst case is like excuse me, Cresselia Z moving. Yeah, I really want to know the Heatran's moveset. If it were like Fire Z, if it had Flamethrower, Solar Beam, anything, that would have been quite bad. Oh, wow. My opponent ran out of time. That's crazy. That's what I was saying. He needs to make his moves faster because time was running out. So today, an episode or a demonstration on like just how this new timer is definitely can impact games. We've already seen it like in the very first episode against James. I was making my moves like very quickly at the end. So that's something everyone has to keep in mind, especially at the late game. You also have to keep in the fact that your opponent can protect at the end of the game, and if that's that's a factor, right? So it's like you need to be sure that you have enough time, even accounting for double protects and whatnot. So that was really crazy. I think I had it won anyway. Like I double protected there, not for the timer, but just so I could guaranteed really win the game. I didn't have to really worry as much about getting knocked out by Sucker Punch. And I think after that turn, all I do is Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball Cresselia, and like my opponent doesn't really have much counterplay there. You either knock out the Rotom, in which I knock out Cresselia with Aegislash, and then it's a 2v1 in which Kangaskhan can't win. So yeah, I think I had that wrapped up after the duel with Heatran, which was really crazy because we didn't know what set it was, but that was a really fun episode. All these episodes have been really good so far. I know we're only 3 in, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying them. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like, and I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, peace.